Hey, coming at you here. Big D's Custom Truck Builds. But we are changing some gears. We're working on a project. We're doing a diorama. Now, I also let you guys know when I first this channel that I have a tendency to do tanks, figures, dioramas, trucks, cars. I do all that stuff. So right now I'm working on a diorama and I want to talk about it. This is the kit that I'm doing it on. Issue kit. They're neat. They're neat little kits. 135 scale. Um, Having some fun with this right now. Haven't done a diorama in a long time. So, got the figures put together, and right now I got the first coat on two of them right there. This will be done in a camo scheme, and I want to talk about that because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions and comments about how do I do the paint. The paint that I'm using is crap paint. Now, can you use, I don't know, Valero? Sure you can. I do, but I don't. And I do have some over here that I do use. How do I put the stuff on? First off, make sure you're using a washer fluid. Okay, good stuff for that. Now, don't overdo it. That is the key. Let me show you something here. Let me see if I can find my dropper. Yeah. You want to come up here on your dropper. That's all you need to put in a cup that size. Where do you get the cups? You can get them at Walmart. You can get them on a lot of different outlets. So, I use a micro brush. And what I do is to start working in circular motion like that. The name of the game here is to cover. First coat's going to be pretty easy to put on. These are going to be the smocks you guys are wearing. They're German, World War II. It really don't take that long. Just take your time, you know. Don't have to be in a major rush. It's going to really look good when we get the camo on this. And you got to realize, too, with the washer flood, people might make fun of people for that. You know what? But I'm going to tell you right now. I can tell you that it works, and that's from experience. So, oh, you shouldn't do that. I disagree. You can. And here's what I like about the washer flood, guys. It's self-leveling. I mean, if you look right here, you'll see that. It's extremely self-leveling, and all you have to do is just put enough paint on. Yeah, you may need a couple coats, but don't worry about that. It's not going to be a problem. We're going to be doing a lot of blending also. And you'll see here, I'll show you the dry ones here in a couple minutes. But I just want to show you how easy this is to put the colors on. Yeah, like I said, hang in there. There's going to be some blending. It's coming. We'll get it done. But what we don't want to do is try to do this without any washer fluid in it. Because what is going to happen is this stuff is self-leveling. And that's what that stuff does. It levels out the paint on whatever you're putting it on, whether it be a car or whatever you're painting. Now, car painting for me with this stuff, I'm going to tell you right now, the jury's definitely out. Because I'm just not sure. I've had some issues with it when I try to do a couple projects. But, I don't know. This is how I do this, and it doesn't take that long, like I said. It really is easy. I was excited about getting into this project because I won this kit at a meeting in a raffle. And when I saw it, I got thinking, man, I really want to do this. So I jumped on it. So we're doing good on that. We're going to get this moving right where we need it. And the stuff flows amazing on everything. You don't have to go crazy. It's the washer fluid doing the work. As you can see right there, it just goes right down all the crevices. Not a lot of work. but that's what you're going to need to get everything covered, and it'll be good. It'll be good. I went to the show in Columbus yesterday. It was a good show, a lot of good projects, a lot of good stuff out on the table. Um, I appreciate all those that came out to see the project on the table. It was about you guys seeing it. You guys, a lot of you have been with me through the 6 months it took to build that. And I just felt that was the right thing. Make sure we get it out there so you guys can come up and see it, you know, you and the family or whatever. Um, got a lot of great feedback. A lot of you guys came from all the way as far as Cleveland and different areas of Ohio. We appreciate you for it. We're glad we didn't get a blizzard, but we are getting snow now. So I just hope that everybody enjoyed that. That's why I did this project, you know, with the CF docs and everything, was um, for everybody to enjoy. This is what we do. Anyway, good show, but we got another great one coming up also. It's going to be Buckeye Classic. That's going to be in March, and if I just need to let me grab some paperwork real quick to show you guys that. Mark your calendars. These guys put on an amazing show. Let me grab some paperwork. Here we are. The Buckeye Classic. And same location, down in Hilliard, Ohio. Great venue down there. Met up with, I got a good friends yesterday and had a lot of fun. But anyway, this is an amazing show. Can't talk enough good stuff about it. You're going to hear me talking about a lot of it because of the fact that it's a good show. Anyway, if you're interested or you got questions, PM me. Not an issue at all. But anyway, categories, all that's on the sheet. Okay, let's get back to this. All right, as you can see, I've covered everything, and it has not taken that long to do this. And then we're going to come over to this figure right here. I have a passion for doing figures, and I got into Napoleonics years ago for a good friend who actually had that as a business and got involved in that. I have a love, and I love doing things, taking a piece of art and sitting down and replicating it. That is what I love about it, and always will. Anyway, kind of burned out on that at one time. I'm good now, but there was a time, man, I wouldn't even touch another figurine. Anyway, we've got to get the artillery piece. We got to be building that here pretty quick. That is coming up. Let me see here. This is what I have for the artillery. Won't take long as far as weathering it or whatever. We're not going to have a problem with that. It won't take long to build it. Weathering the that will not take long either, and we're going to do it with the same method. I'm going to do this with the micro brush. Micro brushes can be bought from Amazon. Anybody asking, scratching their head. Also, it can be bought at a hobby store. I don't think Michaels or well, I take that back. Actually, Hobby Lobby do have those in stock. I apologize. Yeah, they do. They'll have whatever you need on that, different sizes. You're probably saying, which size do I use? They're the real small tip. And why is that? Because I can get into things pretty good. You know, making sure everything's good to go on that. Faces aren't going to be an issue. I will also show you guys how I do that as well. It's just a lot of fun. You just sit down and create and just have a good time doing it. Um, and then at the end, when you're done, you've got something amazing put on the table for people to enjoy too. Uh, when I do the camo on this, it will be self-leveling. So I'm not going to have to get worried about paint clumped up. I may need to thin a little bit of, maybe a little bit of the paint with the washer fluid, but it's not going to be a problem on that at all. Anyway, that's just how fast you can put that paint down. Not hard to do, really easy, just like that. Now, there's two of them that I just did to show you guys, and these are the smocks. Okay, now this, let me trade off here. These are the ones that have been sitting for a little bit and they're beginning to dry, and you might be able to see what I'm talking about. You want to maybe put another coat on, maybe, give or take. It ain't gonna hurt. When you do that, then once they dry, then you'll be ready to do trousers. You're ready to do the camo. The two colors for camo are going to be these two colors right here. And it's going to be what they call Kelly Green and then Mead. And of course I will also be using, where are you? Yeah. One of these markers for doing the little black things on the uniforms. That is blue. It needs to be black. But I've got a bunch of those. And that is a 01 size, if you're wondering. Good for that. Perfect in scale. Everything else. Okay. Now, what am I going to do for base? Well, we're going to talk about that. This is the base. Now, how am I going to do this? First off, I have to think about landscape for this, and it's coming. But what I'm going to do, though, with that being said, the foam board that I buy, like at Dollar Store or Dollar Tree, either one, is going to be cut to size and put on all four corners. Okay. And then I'm going to be working on the anything from the grass. I've got all kinds of different things that I can put in this to really bring it up and get as realistic as possible. Now, what am I using for a wash afterhand? These are called Pro Acrylic. And I've got the brown wash. And I have the same type, and it's called a black brown wash. These are my go-tos. They will help make the figures pop. Will I use them on any type of anything that has to do with the artillery piece? That's up in the air. I'm not sure yet. Well, we're working on it. This thing is coming on, really looking good. We're getting there on these. How long is it going to take to do the project? I don't know. I'm not really worried about it. Just taking my time. It's fun to set out and just do it. Right now, we're getting hammered with snow here in Central Ohio. If you have any questions, comments, feel free. I ask that you do that. You guys are very positive on the show yesterday on coming to see the project. And I want to say one more time to reiterate, appreciate you guys coming up. A lot of you guys are just checking it out, taking pictures, grabbing a shop card whenever you cared to have one. Hey, I mean, you guys are why this thing's happening for me. So we can have some fun, teach, but at the same token, have some fun while we're doing this. This is what a hobby's all about. If anybody's interested in a shop card, give me your PME or whatever, your address and everything. I will get you one in the mail. Not a problem. That's pretty much it. Then again, I just think we are still in the dead of winter, and it's going spring. I can't wait till it gets here. Excuse me, but I just hope it happens pretty quick. But I don't think we're gonna have an early one. All right, guys, I'm out. And God bless. Have a great one. And we're going to get rocking here. Keep on working on this a little bit. Have a good night and take care. Bye.